Hi, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Charles. So today I'm going to teach you how to swim. So you can see this is the pool, this is me. This is just basically for beginners in swimming. So no need to talk too much. Let's go into the water and let me show you one or two things. Alright, so as someone that is still new in swimming, it's advisable to go to a shallow pool. Okay, so once you are in the shallow pool, you're going to learn the basic movement. Now, my first go-to movement is this. Now watch me. See the way I stretch my hand? You draw the water to yourself. You draw the water to yourself. Okay? So you keep on drawing the water to yourself. Okay? Now this movement will help you to move. To move. Now let me show you how from here. Now that is the simplest. That is the first step to learn. Okay, this movement. Now after that, you will learn this. Now this movement is when you are inside the water. You have to submerge yourself inside the water to move the water like this. Now when you move the water like this, even if your leg is not doing anything, just learn how to float. Okay, then you just basically learn how to float. Then once you learn how to float, that means this can work. Now let me show you floating first before we do this. Now this is floating. Okay, now you see the way I floated. So this is basically floating. So when you float, you push yourself from the wall. So it's advisable that you learn this in a pool. You push yourself from the wall and then you float. Then once you float, you can be able to start with this movement. And mind you, you need to be inside the water. Your hand needs to be inside the water, not at the surface. Okay, so let me repeat. Okay, all right. So now since I can float, once I submerge, I'll move my head so that I can be able to move forward. Okay, so you're going to practice these two movements. Now don't forget, like, you also need to know how to stay inside the water as long as possible. So for beginners, I normally encourage between 15 to 20 seconds, or let me say 10 to 20 seconds. Okay, so you just breathe in, you breathe out. You understand? Make sure there's no air in your lungs. So once you exhale, you can sink. Now you stay as long as possible. You understand? Like you submerge inside the water. The reason for this is so that you learn how to hold your breath and then stay as long as possible. And then this will enable you to be able to move to long distance. Okay, now I'm going to film myself where I will swim from this is a very small pool. This is a very, very small pool. But you can still, it's advisable for you to learn swimming in small pool. So there's three basic takeaways from this video. First thing, you need to know how to submerge and stay as long as possible inside the water. Then you need to learn this movement. This movement is to push you forward. Okay? And mind you, you will not be walking when you are doing this. Your leg needs to be doing like this. Your leg needs to be flapping like this. And then while you push yourself forward inside the water. Okay? Then the last but not the least movement that you need to learn is this one. Okay, so we are going to practice this and then you watch me swim so that when next you go to the pool, you can be able to do these three things. So I'm going to use the first method, which is this, to go ahead and then come back. Now watch me go. Now, if you see my movement, you see how smooth I was going. Now, let's go for the second method. I'm going to show you how I did the second method. Now, watch. Okay, so that is just the basic for swimming. I believe with this few tutorial, you can be able to perform excellently during your next swimming. Now, if you are interested in learning more about swimming, you can follow me, or if you like anything about fitness, hit that subscribe button because I'll be dropping videos almost every day. Yeah, thank you.